Okay guys, welcome to 24 hour, 28 miles, 43 minutes, 236 watt hours per mile. What's the difference between yesterday and today? Well, I guess yesterday was a bit cooler. I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever, cool. So today, the Highland Lake Boulevard stop sign, as far as I can tell, I didn't stop for that, but you know what? There's a Toyota Camry who can't stop behind the stop line. In fact, he's almost into my lane. Yes, FSD reacted to it, slowed down, but then decided that it was safe to go and went. Okay. Getting on a Loman Ford. I'm the 5th or 6th car in line when the light turns green. So I have to give a little accelerator to keep the car moving, because all of a sudden all the cars that were in front of me, they're taking off up the road, and FSD sitting there trying to figure out left, right, I don't know. Whatever. As soon as I put my foot on the accelerator, he went, and no problems. Okay. So, the magical Tesla traffic light, as far as I know, it didn't throw up the message saying it was stopping for it, but it went down to 42 miles an hour with a car coming up on me. Yeah, right. Remember, this is a 55 zone, well, except for the construction stuff, right? But it's 55 zone. People commonly do 65 here. In fact, the car coming up on me looked like one of those faster moving cars. Oh, man. Okay, whatever, it didn't throw out the message, so can't automatically mark it down to a C there. Although I think there's also unreasonable slowdown. I just haven't looked at that part of it in a while, but we'll see. Coming through. So this is not an FSD thing, but let me laugh a little bit at this guy. So there's 2 cars coming up from Anderson Mill, merging over into my lane. The first guy, he has room, he makes it. Because he gets in front of me, FSD slows down. But not so much that the Mustang behind this guy can get in front of me. Too bad. I mean, it's your job to merge in, not my job to yield so you can merge in. That's the way it is. Come on. So what does he do? The Mustang, that is. He falls back a little bit, comes around me, goes to the inside lane. Wah! Did you even look to see where you're going? No, he didn't. He's come up to a car in front of him in the inside lane as I'm in the outside lane. I just look over at him like, come on, dude. What'd you burn, a cup of gas for it to do that? I mean, I get it. You're super ultra frustrated that you had to merge into a road that is typically busy in this area. And the car you had to merge, you couldn't merge into me, so you can't do that, right? I mean, you're just stuck. I mean, this is traffic. If you feel like you shouldn't be driving, maybe you shouldn't be driving. What's that? Oh, but that's why you bought a Mustang 5.0. Yes. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You just have to laugh sometimes, right? I mean, people are just out to they're bound and determined to enjoy the last throes of the gas era. And think about it. Was it 1905, 1910 when we started doing some scale of gas production? I mean, that's 120 years, right? 110? How much longer will gas last? I don't know. Obviously, the Saudis know something because they're changing their strategies. What's that? You haven't noticed? You haven't been paying attention? I mean, it shows up in the news from time to time. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe you're too busy going, yeah, oh, frack, drill, whatever it is people say. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. So, coming up on Bell. At first, I thought FSD was going to have some serious problems here. But, wait, what's that? he managed to make the turn without any pushing. That is, foot on the accelerator. He managed to make the turn. Now, he was rocking the tires back and forth, left and right, but he managed to go up. And wow, look at that. He managed to make the merge. Wow. I am stunned. Congratulations. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So, coming up on 183A, or the entrance to it, there's a bunch of people getting off the exit. Two of them are going to cut all the way across the highway. Yes, one guy's a Ford F-150. He's going, well, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you should have planned for this differently. You shouldn't have planned to just get out right here and go crossed. You're in too much traffic. Brake on, FSD off, take over. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. That's the way it is. On the next one, so we get up on 183, FSD on. The FSD wants to get in the middle lane. Okay, that's cool. And then we're coming up on a slow car. Both the inside and the outside lanes are wide open. And there is a faster car coming up on the inside lane. FSD decides he wants to go to the inside lane. Turn signal off, cancel it. Right turn signal on, let's go to the right. So it's far better, far safer solution. And if we get caught up behind a slow car, so be it. Right? Don't have to be California road rager all the time. Coming up on the exit. Oh man. Now there was a car, it was next to me. I didn't even see it until I looked the second time. There's a car next to me, so we can't get over until somehow that car figures out he's not going to get through me. So he slows down a little bit, opens up space, but FSD doesn't want to go right away. Brake on, FSD off, move the car immediately, and get down. And now we're on the frontage road, FSD back on. Get in the middle lane, cool. As we're coming off the exit, I can see that they have the lighted arrow indicating that the right turn lane, the right lane is closed. FSD in its wisdom throws on his turn signal. He wants to go to the outside lane, which is what? Closed just ahead. Okay, whatever. Brake on, FSD off, turn off turn signal. There you go. Anyway, generally speaking, today was a pretty good drive. I was surprised. But there you go. Okay guys, welcome to HEB. 11 miles, 29 minutes, 284 watt hours per mile. Really? Okay. As usual, I go out the back of 24 Hour to Jollyville and start going up Jollyville. I've already set navigation to HEB. So I'm just waiting for him to adjust to where I'm going. When he does adjust, he announces we're going to go down to Oak Knoll. That's interesting. I mean, it's just, I think there's like 3 different streets you could choose from to go from Jollyville over to 183. Oak Knoll happens to be the last one. So he's setting me up to be further down the road. Now, that's cool with me, because a lot of people are getting out at McNeil, Spicewood, right? I mean, that's a popular exit. Okay, that's cool with me. Actually, that means I'm dealing with more traffic. But anyway, it's less traffic on 183. Okay, whatever. So, after I get past Duval. Not Duval. Oh, man. Breaker. After I get past Breaker, FSD back on. Get up on the highway, no big issues. Okay, cool, awesome. Once we're up on 183, FSD is wanting to get into the middle lane, but we're getting close to the exit. So it doesn't make sense to get over, because you're going to have a hard time getting back in. In fact, I had a Model Y with dealer plates on it, manufacturer plates, whatever they are, basically cut me off. Because what? he forgot he had to get over into this lane. Where'd he come from? He came from the exit to 45. Whoops. Not to mention a Toyota, of course, that's a Toyota, also doing the same thing, but he's coming from my left. He saw a half a car length, and he decided he was going to go into it. Okay, I'll let him. Okay, at this point, because of these two people, these two cars, brake on FSD off, back off, just wait. I mean, these people desperate to cut me off. You never know what they're willing to do. And one of them represents the company I bought my cars from. Yeah, Elon. What do you think of that? Yeah, that doesn't sound too cool. Oh, whoops. It's bad enough this car acts like California road rager sometimes. Okay, whatever. So since FSD's off, and knowing that it gets so confusing trying to make the merge onto Bell, I just choose to keep FSD off until we get to HEB. Okay, so did FSD fail at any place? Not really. It's just I don't trust FSD's ability to make quick decisions in gnarly traffic. Other people do. Congratulations to you guys. I don't. I've seen how long it takes to make decisions sometimes. Sometimes it's a simple thing like I turn on the turn signal saying, hey, I want to switch lanes, and FSD is going, well, let me call home, let me figure out what we can do for you. Brake on FSD off, I'm switching lanes. No, I'm not switching lanes because, I mean, sometimes I am, but I'm not switching lanes because I got all day to switch lanes. It's because we're about to come up on slow traffic and I want to get over. And if I don't go now, I won't be able to go. Okay, whatever, peace and harmony. Sorry, I'm ranting. Okay, whatever, peace and harmony. So the basic answer, if you're looking for an answer on this particular piece, is I do not trust FSD in rush hour traffic. That's the bottom line. Onward, upward, charge. Okay, home again. 18 miles, 32 minutes, and 219 watt hours per mile. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, the traffic was slow. It's rush hour, right? It's almost 5 o'clock right now. So, of course. So, starting out from HEB, I just left FSD off because when you come out on the north side of the businesses there, you have a choice of 2 lanes. One lane will turn left, the other lane goes straight or turns right. Depending upon what the status of the traffic light is, you're either picking the inside lane to go left, or you're picking the right lane to go straight. That doesn't quite make sense. If you were there, you'd see it. Okay. First comes on left turn arrow. Okay. So if the light is red when you drive up there, then you know the next light for you is going to be green arrow to the left. Go down to the left, go down Bell, and then go up 1431. Okay. If you're driving up and the light is either amber or red on the left turn, and the other lane has the green light, you go to that lane. Okay? It's easy. So anyway, that's why I leave FSD out there, because there's that decision tree. I don't think anybody's going to teach FSD how to make that decision tree. In fact, I think the way the navigation always does it, he says, we're going to go left on Bell and then right on to 1431. Right? And that works. It's just a question of how long will it take. Anyway, whatever, FSD is off during this time. And going through Cedar Park proper, FSD off. I mean, it is rush hour. You look up either lane and there's this long line of cars. Yes, they're all heading out to where? Lago Vista. Okay, not all of them are going to Lago Vista, but I mean, some are going to Jonestown, some are going up to Sarah, whatever it is. You know, there's all that. But whatever, peace and harmony. Okay, so once we get past the west end of Cedar Park, so to speak, FSD back on, we're in the outside lane. Are we in the outside lane? We might have been on the inside lane following two pickups yet again. Okay, now I'll clean my phone up a little bit. We left off, we're going down the hill coming out of Cedar Park, turned FSD on. Okay. FSD, let's just say FSD worked just fine. I mean, yes, there's a lot of stupid traffic today. I mean, people are going like, well, I don't know. Yeah, get out of the way. Right? But it's not really their fault. It's just, there's just so many cars on the road at the moment. Okay. So as we come up the nameless road, I'm in the outside lane. FSD decides he wants to be in the inside lane. Now, usually with this much traffic, there's a good chance one or two cars will want to turn left in Jonestown. And when they stop to turn, you're going to be stuck behind them. There won't be any place to go because on the outside lane, there's a bunch of cars there. Right? I mean, that's just the way it goes. So so this happened to me twice today on Jonestown. The first time, I'm kind of just rolling up as the car, that car is making its turn. The second time, the car is kind of hung up. It's just the way it is. So I can see people behind me who, once the traffic on the right side clears out, they're all like, oh, I need to get over right now. Go, go, go. Yeah. Great. So finally, just about time people are cleared out, the person in front of me, or in front of the car in front of me, makes his turn, and we get to go. Wait, no, maybe I was the only one. I don't remember. Okay, whatever. Because as soon as that car turns, oh, traffic clears, the inside lane clears up, and we're going. Whatever. It's just the way it is, right? So we get up to the top of the hill coming out of Jonestown, and we're ready to go, but now we have a group of cars in front of us, in front of me. 5, 7 cars in each lane. So they're all just trying to figure out what to do. Right? We don't have very far till we get to West Reed Park Road. Yes. Are you anticipating what's coming? Surprise. Okay. So finally, just about time we're getting up to West Reed Park Road. I'm kind of, sort of, not completely, but kind of, sort of by myself. I'm in the inside lane because, just because. Actually, I think I switched the outside. No, I was going to, and something happened. Okay. So FSD has learned a new trick here. FSD has learned there's a turn lane to go on the West Reed Park Road if you're going westbound. Wow, how tempting. I don't know. Why FSD wants to turn into turn lanes? And it seems kind of random. It's not all the time, but sometimes he does. And once he discovers that lane is there, he fairly consistently wants to go into it. So West Reed Park Road, the turn lane, he is starting to fairly consistently say he wants to turn into it. Okay, brake on FSD off, get up the hill, re-invoke FSD. Right there, the grade's a C. Or the max grade you can get is a C. Because he's not following navigation's directions. Why? And to be fair to FSD, he's probably thinking, oh, well, I think I can go faster in this lane, and when I get to the end of it, or even if he is aware of it, But when he gets to the end of it, I'll just shift back to the right and continue on. No, that's not legal, not safe. Come on. Okay, whatever. I want to say I re-invoke FSD, but you know what? FSD is off when we go by Destination Way. Oh, okay. Yes, so I think I go all the way down to the Loman Ford intersection with FSD off. There's just enough traffic, and FSD is just so slow to react sometimes. No. No. Not even going to take a chance on it. No. Okay. So, rolling up. I'm behind a Volvo, and the turn lane opens up to go onto Loman Ford. The Volvo rolls past the initial opening, and as soon as I come up to the opening, I turn my turn signal, I shift over. And since the Volvo hasn't reacted yet, I'm starting to assume that he's not going to turn. Cool, awesome. Yeah. Whatever. Sure enough, just as I'm about to come up to pass him in the turning lane, because he's still going slow, all of a sudden, his turn signal comes on, and he shifts left. Then he looks in his rearview mirror, in the side mirror. Oh, the look on his face when he realized he almost got hit. Huh! Yeah, dude. You should look before you shift lanes. Okay? And this reminds me, when I was much younger, there was a commercial from Volvo. Oh, very safe car. I don't know if they said it was the safest car. I don't remember exactly. But they were touting how safe Volvos are. And the first thought that always popped in my head was the safest way to be is to not get in an accident. And that's on the driver, not on the car. Right? If you get in an accident, you might get hurt. Your car definitely will get hurt. Right? The best way to avoid that hurt is to not get in an accident. Okay, whatever. The light was green without an arrow as we're rolling up. It turns red, and we're now the fourth car in line waiting at the red light. Okay, FSD on. To give FSD a chance to prove how stupid he is. Oh, no, FSD sometimes, he goes out of his way to measure up to how stupid he is. Right? It's incredible. So, like, the green arrow comes on. We start going. FSD is not quite sure what he's going to do just yet. I mean, it's a turn he's made many times already. It's just that he's trying to decide which way he wants to measure up. He decides to measure up as, I'm going to go straight for the corner, and I'm going to cut the corner, as opposed to making an arcing turn. Yeah, sure enough. Brake on FSD off. Redirect the car to avoid hitting the car that's waiting to make a left turn over there. Yeah. Okay. I made the adjustment way before that became a factor, but whatever, there it is. Okay, since I have FSD off, I just leave FSD off the rest of the way down Loman Ford. Okay, finally we're coming up to Boggy Ford. Yes, FSD is still off. Turn on the Boggy Ford. I'm following a car who's trying to decide if he's going to go fast or if he's going to go slow. So it's a constant adjustment with him. But I'm thinking like, well, FSD usually works fairly well here. I'll go ahead and re-invoke FSD. Now, I had seen a bus, I guess it turned from 1431 going eastbound onto Loman Ford. I had seen a bus go down the road. I didn't think about it, though. I mean, there's so many different places where a school bus could go. So we're on Boggy Ford. I come around a corner and find a school bus sitting there with a stop sign. He's dropping a student. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that happens. Then he moves up one house and he stops again and drops off student. Now, technically, almost all of Lago Vista is designated as an unsafe area for school bus students. That is, we can't just drop you off someplace and let you walk home. You have to be dropped off at your residence. Right, at your driveway, basically. So that's what's going on is, oh, you got to drop this person off at this house. You got to drop the next person off at their house. And the exception here is cul-de-sacs, right? You can't take a school bus to a cul-de-sac. I mean, it's difficult. Okay, let's just put it that way. It's difficult to go up to cul-de-sac. Some cul-de-sacs, yes, you can take a full-size bus 40 feet up into and get turned around. But most of them you can't. Right? So there's some students at Roosevelt, I think it is, and the school bus stops there. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize they stopped that often. But whatever. I mean, Lago Vista is growing. A lot of new kids. Oh my goodness. Okay. The reason why I mention it's not to complain about school buses. Because you do want the students to get home safely. Right? I mean, I don't think there's any normal person who would wish harm on these students. So I get it. But the reason I mention this is when they come to a stop and that stop sign, the stop arm comes out on the back corner, Tesla does show there's a stop sign there. Now, my guess is he's still looking at that stop sign like, well, so I'm behind two other cars. So those cars are stopped. So I'm stopped. So I'm really stopped because of the cars in front of me, not because of the stop sign up there. And the other part of it is there are two flashing red lights on the back of this bus, and those are not showing up in the visualization of the bus. I mean, it's a low use case, as they call it. It doesn't happen very often. But when it does happen, you want to make sure the car responds correctly. Okay. So I'm pointing out the flashing yellows didn't show up. The flashing reds didn't show up. The stop sign only showed up when I had full visibility of the stop sign. Because on the last stop or whatever it was, the school bus looked like it was just a panel truck. Or maybe the back end of a semi-trailer. That's what it looked like from visualization. That not particularly good. Okay, whatever. Fortunately, the school bus does turn into the apartments, Bella Vista, I think it is. And so after that, we're free to go. Yeehaw. Okay, so as we're coming up on the turn onto American, there's a car to the right, it's at the stop sign, and there's a car coming the other way, and so he has the right-of-way, basically. I can't turn left in front of him. FSD looks like he's about to go ahead and turn. Brake on, FSD off. Let's let this person go by. Okay? I mean, there's no need to rush it. I get it. California Road Rager would do exactly that, but let's not get in an accident, shall we? Okay. After the car goes by, turn left, re-invoke FSD. Everything else is pretty run-of-the-mill, straightforward. Okay, so we had one case where we failed to follow navigation, which brings us to a grade of a C. There's a bunch of rush hour traffic, and I really don't trust to be fair, I don't trust FSD in busy traffic. I just don't. If I think there's going to be complications, no, FSD's off. Okay, whatever. What does that mean to you? Well, let me put it this way. I think if you get FSD, start small and slow. Find a road where you're probably the only person around, or one of very few people around. Have the road be straight for a ways and invoke FSD. Just let him do his thing. Try to get comfortable with him going in a straight line. Once you get comfortable with him doing a straight line, find a road that has some curves. Then graduate. You don't have to have navigation going or a destination defined to invoke FSD. You just have to have a navigated point if you're going to go across multiple intersections, roads, stuff like that. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So once you get to that point, then you start getting into the questions of, well, what do I do in this case or that case? I don't know. By that point, you graduated to you have some responsibility for everything. Now, as a driver, you always have responsibility for what happens, not Tesla, not FSD. Okay? You're the driver, and it's your insurance, and it's your car. Okay? But you can try working up to it slowly. Build up confidence, because what I'm telling you right now is there are places where I don't have confidence in FSD's abilities whatsoever. And part of that's based upon some experiences, and part of it's based upon this is getting too risky for me. My acceptance level of risk. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. FSD should be tried. Now, is it worth paying $12,000 for? Oh, no. Now, in the future, will it be worth $12,000? Possibly if you have business. If you do a robotaxi type thing, yes, then it starts becoming a valuable tool. And the thing is, you want to own it before the prices go up. Okay. The other way to look at it is, and this is what I did, you find a used Tesla with FSD on it. The FSD probably will have a relatively low price tag. I figure mine was maybe $600-800. The difference between buying a car with FSD and a car without. Okay. Now, the problem is, of course, that means you have an old car. If you can't stand that, it may not work for you. But it is a Tesla. And the battery warranty is good for 8 years or 120,000 miles. Is that what it is? So chances are you won't have too much. You at least have a warranty on that part of the car. Okay. Anyway, whatever. I'm not trying to push you into it. I'm just saying part of how I came about in this decision. And that's not going to work for everybody. Okay. Peace and harmony. Anyway, like I said, the grades of C today because of failing to properly follow navigation. Onward, upward.